About band instruments now. My name is Mr. Overholtzer. I'm the high school band director, and we're going to go through each of the instruments in our band program. And we're going to start here with, what's your name?
Katie.
That's right. And Katie, what instrument do you have for us today?
The flute.
That's a flute. It looks like a lightsaber, but it's actually a flute. Speaking of lightsabers, Katie, do you have something to play for us?
Yes.
Terrific. This is Katie playing the flute. That was Katie with the flute. Thank you so much, Katie. And we are now going to have our next instrument, which is right here. And your name?
Sasha.
This is Sasha. Oh, I forgot to ask Katie. I'm sorry. Sasha, what elementary school did you go to?
Evergreen.
Evergreen. I've heard of that. Terrific. And what instrument do you have?
The clarinet.
This is a clarinet. So Sasha's going to play the clarinet for us. Take it away, Sasha. All right, thank you so much, Sasha, with the clarinet. Our next instrument on the band team is right here, the shiny thing right there. And your name, sir?
Evan.
This is Evan. And what elementary school did you go to?
South.
South Elementary. I've heard of that one too. What do you have here?
The alto saxophone.
Alto saxophone. I've heard that's a really cool one. So, Evan, if you would play a little piece for us on the alto saxophone, that would be great. Evan on the alto saxophone. Thank you so much. And it's neat that we get to hear some of the pieces twice so you can compare how they sound between two different instruments, decide which one you like better, and you might pick that instrument. All right, it looks like we have another one ready to go. What's your name?
Andrew.
This is Andrew. Andrew, what elementary school did you go to?
I went to South.
South Elementary. I've heard of that one again. And what instrument did you bring us?
Trumpet.
The trumpet. That's one of my favorites. All right, Andrew, why don't you play some music for us? That was Andrew on the trumpet. Thank you. That sounded like something from a movie I've seen. What a nice piece that is. All right, we've got our next instrument. Hello, what is your name?
I'm Owen.
This is Owen. And what elementary school did you go to?
I went to Skipback.
Skipback Elementary School. That's another one I've heard. Very exciting. What instrument do you have here?
I've got the French horn.
The French horn. Ooh la la. All right. Well, let's listen to you play a piece on the French horn. All right, thank you so much, Owen, on the French horn. Very exciting. And our next instrument is... Oh my goodness, look at this. This one seems pretty exciting. What is your name, sir?
Matthew.
This is Matthew. Matthew, where did you go to elementary school?
Schwenksville.
Schwenksville. That's yet another elementary school I've heard of. And what do you have here?
The trombone.
The trombone. And actually, I happen to know, if I'm correct, that this is sometimes called the slide trombone. Matthew, before you play your piece, would you do a really cool slide sound for us to show us the neat things the trombone can do? That was cool. Can you do another? I just want more. He's very consistent, that guy. All right, thank you. And now let's hear what piece you're going to play for us on the trombone. Thank you, Matthew, on the trombone. It sounds like another great movie theme that I've heard before. And it looks like we have our next instrument player coming on in. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, what has he got right there? And your name?
Liam.
Liam, that's right. And where did you go to elementary school?
South.
South Elementary School, one of my favorites, of course. And what instrument do you have here?
The baritone.
The baritone, that sounds very cool. And it looks like you're going to play some music for us. So let's listen to Liam on the baritone. Wow, that was great, Liam. Thank you so much for playing the baritone for us. And I will mention that the trombone that you just saw and the baritone are instruments we're looking for a lot of kids to play. We could really use a lot of low brass in our bands, and we would love to have you all with that. Speaking of low brass and heavy metal, wait till you see this one. Oh my goodness, it's so shiny and big. My goodness. And what's your name?
My name's Natalie.
This is Natalie, and what are you going to be playing for us?
The tuba.
A tuba. Natalie, do you know how to fix a tuba?
A tuba glue.
With a tuba glue. Terrific. All right, and this is exciting, and I see you're going to play some music for us. All right, let's listen to Natalie on the tuba. Thank you, Natalie, very much for playing the tuba for us. We're very fortunate to have Natalie in our program. She is one of the best tuba players in the entire state of Pennsylvania. And she's right here at Perk Valley, and you could be someday too, which would be very exciting. All right, we're going to hand over the program right now to Mrs. Crone. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, you
Good afternoon, everybody. I am not Mrs. Crone. My name is Mr. Dorenzo, and I'm the band director at Evergreen, also at Middle School East. Unfortunately, one of our high school percussion students who is set to demo is absent today, so you're not going to be able to actually see and hear the percussion instruments on your sheet. You can just leave that section blank. If you are interested in doing percussion, you would be practicing on a practice pad and also a set of orchestra bells. So just so you know, that's what that thing is at the bottom, even though you're not going to get to see and hear that today. All right, now I think it's actually time to see Mrs. Crone. So, Mrs. Crone.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Mrs. Crone, as Mr. Dorenzo said, and I hope you've been following along and filling out your paperwork. Next steps. On this paper, there's a website you can go to if you want to share with your parents. And the instruments that you saw today are all demonstrated by professionals on this website. So if you get home and you forget which one that you really like the sound of, you can share the website with your parents and go over it to make your final selection. But that doesn't even have to be final, because on Wednesday, September 14th, we're going to have a Meet Your Instrument night, and that's on this paper down here. And that's where you can come and try out as many as 3 different instruments